Afternoon, President Duterte is now meeting policemen facing administrative charges. Let's listen in.
Tatay ko noon gobernador, ako na mayor at tagal. Alam ko kayo diretso-diretso. Alam mo, kayo pumasok, mas isip siguro ninyo, paging pulis, pag may baril, may badge, yun na yun. At naghahanap ng hanap buhay, dagdag sa sahod ninyo. Alam ko na ang sahod ninyo maliit. Kaya nga ako naghanap ng pera at inuna ko kayo. Talagang kayo by the end of this year, dublado na ang sweldo ninyo. Kaya naman, meron talagang mga kagaya ninyong mga ulol na ugok. Putang ina, hindi kayo na gusto niyo mas habang pulis kayo, mas marami. Yan ang problema ninyo. Yung iba nagbababae, may asawa, yung iba naman mag-ambisyon, gusto ng kotse, gusto ng magandang buhay. Di ba't kayo pumili na pagkapulis? Alam naman niyo talagang mahirap. Mahirap talaga ang pulis, entry fee ninyo lang. Kaso, nag-aambisyon kayo ng mas malaking kita. Kunin nyo dyan sa mga vendor, sa mga driver, kung anong kaputahan, magkapera lang. Minsan hold up, minsan mga inosenteng tao, sinisita ninyo kung ano-anong kalukuhan na sinasabi ninyo. Yung makita ninyo yung mga nakaparking dyan, babae at lalaki, naghalikan lang, huli ka agad. Anong pakialam ninyo? Maghanap kayo ng mali para magka-pera. Gusto ko yung ihulog dyan putang inang Pasig na yan. Pero wag na lang, kasi itong human rights, kung anong nakikita naman sa buhay ng isang taga-gobyerno na gustong disiplinahin kayo. Gusto ko palinisin ko kayo ng magbalik kayo dito, mag-swimming trunks. Linisin ninyo yung Pasig River. Inumin ninyo kasi madumi. Putang ina kayo. Yang bata pa naman kayo lahat. Kailangan ko ng pulis sa South. Kulang ang pulis sa Basilan kasi maya't maya pinagpaputok-putok yung mga istasyon doon, ubos. Kayo, lahat, ngayon nandito. Kasali kayo sa task force sa South. Padala ko kayo sa Basilan. Tumira kayo doon ng mga 2 taon. Kung lumusot kayo buhay, balik kayo dito. Kung doon kayo mamatay, sabihin ko sa pulis, wag na magasto na para dalhin pa kayo dito, doon na kayo ilibing. Wala naman kayong mga... Doon ipakita yung kalokohan ninyo. Hindi ako mag-retraining. Anong i-retraining ko sa inyo? Putang ina, tapos na nag-training ninyo araw-araw. Ano retraining ko? Yung utak ninyo. Hindi ko madala yung gano'n eh. Gayat kayo sa akin, hintayin ninyo kung matapos na pagka-presidente ko. Magbarilan tayo. Kala siguro ninyo na let's check kayo, papatulang ko talaga kayo. Prepare to move out. I'll give you 2 weeks from now, 15 days. Na kayo, start to move out. If you do not want to go there, go to your superior officer and tell them that you are going to resign. Otherwise, ayaw ninyo, hanapan ko kayo ng mali. Kayo nandito, mga gago kayo eh. So meron talaga ako masilip. Either I will dismiss you. Alam mo, kailangan ng Pilipinas isang squad ng Army, Navy, pati Air Force, Police, to keep track of you. Kasi karamihan ng mga police, yung na-dismiss, yon ang mga sindikato kasi may alam kayo. Kayo ang pinakadelikadong kriminal pag naalis sa pulis. Alam ninyong pasikot-sikot eh. Alam ninyo kung putang ina, papatayin ko talaga kayo harap ng Pilipinas. Kayo ang magdroga-droga, anak ng pasensya na lang. Hindi ako mag-behave. Maghanap kayo ng hanap buhay ninyo na malinis. Judicial killing talaga. Totoo yan. Pag naalis kayo, if you opt to retire, then behave. Maghanap kayo ng hanap buhay ninyo na malinis. At kayong mga pulis na dati mga sindikato, wag na wag kayong pumasok. Because I will create a battalion para lang to keep track of your movements. Because it has been the sad experience of this country that the most vicious criminals are karamihan ex-police or sometimes ex-military man. Kaya kita mo sa Mindanao yung mga kuratong baliling ng mga dating military. Kayo yan eh. Masanay kayo sa mga kriminal. At nasaya kayong pumatay. Kaya tuloy na papasama sa anti-illegal campaign kayo. Binibigyan kayo ng pera. Tama yan. Ang mali ang mga ulol at saka walang utak. Alam ninyo, ang pulis bibigyan mo ng pera. Yan sila. Kasi pag walang trafficking, walang buy and sell, walang trafficking, walang mangyari. We're trying to get rid of the supply. Kaya pumuntayan sila, may pera magkunwari bibili. Nangyari itong mga gagon to, hindi binigay yung pera, pinatay yung mga puser, kinuha yung shabu, ipinagbilit, tapos pati yung pera, binulsa. So do not be surprised about these allegations they are being paid. So how are you supposed to enter into a trafficking event kung walang nagbibili, wala rin nagpabili, so walang trafficking? Eh di possession lang, billable. Kaya ganon yan. Diyan nagkakandalo ko. Hindi ko alam ilan nangyaring ganon. So do not be surprised if they are there to buy. Eh sabihin na binigyan sila ng incentive. Mayroon ring incentive. Mayroon ring operational funds. No much I gave them? 150 million. Para na magbili ng mga... Yung iba, yun ang nangyari. Sabi nila, binibigyan sila ng 5 mil, 10 mil. Putang ina, bakit ko kayo bigyan ng pera? Trabaho ninyang pumatay. Let's check. Bigay ako ng pera. Ulol. Kaya kayo binigyan ng baril. Kaya pagka lumaban, di barilin mo. Daan ako ng Pasig River. Wala akong nakitang water lily. So, prepare to move out. Doon, makita mo yung kagaguhan mo doon. Kwentro mo doon, Abu Sayyaf, pati mga tausog. Doon kayo. Tangina ninyo. Buisit kayo. Ano, 2 taon lang sa pulis, gusto kotse agad. Gusto ng bahay. Ito mga maggago na ulol kayo. Kaya nga nag-i-standby, nagpapatrol na, nandyan sa mga barbar. Kaya yung mga magaganda dyan, gusto ninyo, inyo. Wala kayong pera, ayan. Ewan ko ilang tao na pinatay ninyo na inosente na walang kamuang-muang. Pero kung hindi ko kayo palusutin, totoo lang. Pag ninyo akong hamunin ng barilan, talagang papatulan ko kayo, mga putang ina ninyo. Hintayin ninyo ako, 6 years from now, kikita tayo ulit. Let's say kayo. Sabi ko, hindi ako yung presidente na galing dito, ha? Yung mga pitsugin. Na pinipili lang ng mga mayaman dito sa Manila kung sinong kandidato nila. Ako'y hinalal ng tao. Hindi ba matalo sa pagmahal lang sa pulis? Kita mo ang Davao. Walang abusado, walang checkpoint, wala lahat. Buhay ng mga tao doon, may bakit nabubuhay yung mga polis doon? Simple lang ang buhay nila. Kayo. Karami ninyo mga ulol kayo. Butang. Sayang yung sweldo ng gobyerno sa inyo. Alam ko kultura ng polis. 2 out of 5. Sa inyo, tagdadalawang asawa. Yan ang sakit ninyo. Kasi nga, pagka naka-uniforme, may baril, may bas, kala mo sino na ang mga ulon. Tangin. Nabibika na din yung sarili ninyo. Tumindig kayo dyan. Maghintay ako pag kausapin ko kayo. Huwag kayong umalis dyan. Yung ganong porma na yan. Putang, buhusan ko kayo na. Pag may nakita ako, nag-relax sa sipain kita. Tignan. Galit. Alis.
Bart, supervise mo muna, Bart.
Ma'am, open mic.
And that was President Duterte speaking to more than 300 policemen who are facing various complaints, mostly administrative complaints. The president is accusing erring policemen for extorting money from civilians. He reprimanded those crooked cops who killed drug pushers but stole the bust-buy money. Now, the president says that there will be no retraining for these police officials. Instead, he wants them to either clean the Pasig River or move and live down south in Basilan, where he says police officers are needed. Otherwise, he wants these police officers to be dismissed from office. The president wants to create a battalion to keep track of the policemen's movements. Also, one of the top stories, well, just now we saw President Duterte walking out while speaking to the police officers, but not really finishing what he was saying. And I think he will be coming back later on to continue speaking to these police officers. We have George Cahiles and Ina Andolong who are there right now to give us an update. Please stand by for those reports. Meanwhile, again, that was President Duterte speaking to more than 300 policemen who are facing various complaints, mostly administrative. The president is accusing these policemen for extorting money and reprimanding them for killing drug pushers and stealing the bust-buy money. President Duterte tells policemen facing administrative charges, be prepared to move out in 2 weeks.
Yang bata pa naman kayo lahat. Kailangan ko ng pulis sa South. Kulang ang pulis sa Basilan kasi maya't maya pinagpaputok-putok yung mga istasyon doon, ubos. Kayo, lahat, ngayon nandito. Kasali kayo sa task force sa South. Padala ko kayo sa Basilan. Tumira kayo doon ng mga 2 taon. Kung lumusot kayo buhay, balik kayo dito. Kung doon kayo mamatay, sabihin ko sa pulis, wag na maggasto na para dalhin pa kayo dito, doon na kayo ilibing. Wala naman kayong mga... Doon ipakita yung kalokohan ninyo.
And we now talk to George Cahiles standing by. George, what happened? We just saw President Duterte walk away while speaking to the police officers. Can you give us an update? And right now we are looking at, we are seeing PNP Chief Ronald De La Rosa speaking. Can you just give us an update of what's happening?
Well, actually, Claire, the president went inside the building and he ordered the policemen to be on standby, and he will come back again later to talk to them. So we're still waiting for what's going to happen next. What we know so far is that the president has ordered...
George, let's listen in to the PNP chief right now, and we'll get back to you in a bit.
So kami na lang magpili kung saan kayo ilagay. Ha?
All right, George Cahiles, you're back on air. Can you give us again an update on what's happening there?
Well, Claire, actually, the PNP chief has also left. He's coming back again to face these policemen. He's giving orders to some of the commanders right here. And we don't know yet what will happen next. But what's clear is that the president will talk again to these alleged rogue cops after the cabinet meeting. But, of course, that's the cabinet meeting. So it will take a while before he returns. So we're on standby, waiting for instructions from Malacanang officers here. But what we know so far is that the president has ordered for these policemen to prepare. He gave them at least 2 weeks to prepare before their deployment in Basilan. So the president said that if you wanted to stay there for like 2 years, if they manage to survive the 2 years in Basilan, they will come back here in Metro Manila. If they will not, well, the president says that he will not give instructions to fly their bodies going back here in Metro Manila. But, looks like, we are seeing now these policemen now marching towards the grounds. So we are looking for officials who could give us an update, an idea on what's happening right now. So,
George, do we know if the president or PNP chief will be returning to speak to the policemen?
Well, that's what the president said. He says that these policemen should be on standby, maintain their formation, and he will talk to them again later. So we saw the president return to the palace for the cabinet meeting. So some officers now, some officials of the PNP are leading these rogue cops. They're asking them to carry out their formation to form here at the palace grounds. And we're still waiting for official updates on as to when and what time the president will return to talk to these policemen. So, what we remember as well from the president's speech is that he will no longer ask them to clean the Pasig River because he said that there are no more water lilies in the area. But although during the initial phase of his speech, he said that you come back again here, wear your trunks, and you will clean the Pasig River and drink water from the river because it's dirty. But eventually, he gave another statement ordering these men to prepare in the next 2 weeks before their deployment in Basilan. Clear.
Right. So what you're saying is the only option for these policemen right now, given by the president, according to what he just said, is that he will be deploying these policemen to Basilan.
Yeah, that's right. And he said that, you have an option. If you don't want to be deployed in Basilan, go to your commanders and file your resignation. So that's the option that the president gave these policemen. So they said the president said that you should stay there for 2 weeks and let's see how you will perform there in Basilan, wherein they will confront some Abu Sayyaf members there. So there, clear.
Yes, how are these policemen reacting right now? Actually, I can see you on our screen right now, and the policemen are right in front of you. Can you hear or see their facial reactions, and how are they reacting to the president after what the president told them?
Well, in fact, Claire, some of them are not smiling, they're poker face, and they're waiting for instructions. So, we're seeing some that are smiling. We don't know. Let's ask them if their reaction to this, the instruction of the president. Sir, sir, anong masasabi niyo po doon sa instruction? Well, they don't want to talk to us, and some of the media relations officers here in Malacanang are asking us to leave the grounds right now. So the person that we tried to talk to refused to give his reaction to the order of the president. So as far as we know, they are now being, some commanders here are talking to them and will give further instructions on what they're going to do next. Claire.
All right. Thank you, George Cahiles. We'll get back to you later for more reports. Again, President Duterte tells policemen facing administrative charges, be prepared to move out in 2 weeks to Basilan.
Prepare to move out. I'll give you 2 weeks from now, 15 days. Na kayo, start to move out. If you do not want to go there, go to your superior officer and tell them that you are going to resign.